Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your April 2016 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Libra. And a couple of updates here. I just want to tell you guys I did delete my members page on my website because people were posting comments on my website and trying to book readings through my website, and you can't because I don't get notified when people post comments on there. So the only way to book a reading is by emailing me, elizabetholson31@gmail. If you go through my website, it won't work. So just so you know, if somebody posts a comment on my website, I will delete it, and you'll get an email from me saying, hey, you know, you can't really book a reading this way. So if I see it, I'll assume that you haven't watched my videos or that you're confused about it, but I'm trying to streamline everything and make it really super clear that it just doesn't work that way. So people, you know, for whatever reason, people think that if they become a member and they post a video, or not to post a video, if they post a comment, that it'll confirm a time, but it doesn't. So I just want to say that. And then also there's been a little bit of confusion about my sex and relationship videos. Those are for purchase only. You have to actually buy them through YouTube in order, or rent them through YouTube in order to watch them. There's a little trailer in the beginning of my sex and relationship videos that's free, but the rest of the video, the horoscope itself, is not. So, and they're not meant to take the place of these general readings, just so you guys know. It was never meant to take the place, because I enjoy reading with this deck, and I'm using my Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Law. That's the one I usually use, and I love using this deck, and I love it for doing a general reading with this deck. The sex and relationship horoscopes are fun for me. I feel like it's fun. They're using, you know, it's an erotic tarot deck, so it's different. I like putting out different things, and I don't like being pigeonholed into any like one thing. So I kind of like, maybe it's just kind of showcasing my ability to read different ways, but I like having the contrasting videos that I offer, you know, so that's why I keep doing them. But just so you guys know, they are for purchase, and you know, I don't do them as much as I would like, or as much as I do these regular general readings. And these general readings will still be available for everyone in the world, and they'll be free for everyone in the future. I don't foresee me going, you know, renting everything that I ever put out, just so you know. So let me see what we get. And this is again for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Libra for the month of April 2016. This is a very intense spread. So, now you may be in a relationship with a Gemini, because I feel a strong Gemini got several of the cards that you're getting here. And it's interesting because I did the Gemini video several days ago. So I just see just a strong Gemini-Libra connection here. The problem is that you have like this hot and cold vibe. So it's like one card's really negative, the other one's really positive. Another negative, another positive. Another negative, another positive. So you may be in a hot and cold type of relationship. To me, it's the roller coaster of a relationship. You may also be in a relationship with a Taurus too. Because Taurus relationships can be like this, where there's just a lot of peaks and valleys. Can also be a Scorpio, too. You may have some Scorpio in your chart, too. For some reason, I'm getting Scorpio. I don't know why. Or just also some strong Earth vibe, even Capricorn, too. I feel like, though, there's just this element of highs and lows. That's kind of how I see it. In the position of emotions, you have the Three of Wands, which Taurus pretty much always gets, or at least in my private readings anyways. Taurus always gets this, because Taurus is the one track. Okay, so Taurus is being like, okay, on this one track, and then it suddenly comes to an end, and Taurus is like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what I'm doing. And so they just kind of stand there. Libra and Gemini can also be very indecisive, and this is the card about indecision, literally not knowing what to do. And emotionally, what's going to make you happy is making the decision, making your mind up. The problem is I feel like you're trying to figure out a move or plan a move or plan a trip or something, because you have the moving card right next to it. And what you need to do, it feels like, that's what the universe is telling you, okay, telling me to tell you, because it's in the position of what's coming in from the outside, and that's moving, and so the universe is saying, okay, Libra, you need to make up your mind and move somewhere. Okay, so when I say move somewhere, whatever you're thinking at that moment, that's where you need to go. Okay, make the decision to do it and go, and don't wait, because I feel like there's a lot of delay here. You are blocked in several key places. To me, this is like a gridlock. To me, that nothing is moving. You're blocked in like 5 different places. In the distant past, what's crowning you, in the immediate future, in emotionally, in your attitude, that's blocks. That's like major blockage. I haven't seen a spread like this for Libra in some time. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever done a video like this for Libra. To me, this is how Capricorn felt. Or at least this, I remember this is how what kind of came up for Capricorn. Only it was a little bit more intense in December of 2014. I remember because my son is in Capricorn, so I remember I was like, and I went through it, so I was like, it's not fun. To me, it's just so much indecision that you're stuck. You're literally stuck. And I want to say it's only because you are trying to make the best decision and you're not making any decision. So therefore, everything is very status quo. And it will continue to be status quo. Some of you have, obsessive compulsive disorder, okay? Some of you are OCD. And some of you are struggling. Some of you have also post-traumatic stress syndrome, which can cause you to feel like any decision or anything that you do that's out of the norm can feel unsafe to you, which is why you prolong or procrastinate making a decision. I feel like this decision is procrastinated has been procrastinated for some time. So it's sort of like you may need to move for whatever reason, but you've put it off, or you may need to get a job, but you've put it off, okay? Or you may need to get into, you may have wanted to get into a relationship or get out of a relationship and you've put it off. To me, it's like everything that you've swept under the carpet, all that dust, is coming back to haunt you in April. It's like, I know I'm laughing and I probably shouldn't laugh, but it's just my metaphor, that's all. It's just my metaphor that I come up with these crazy metaphors, and I amuse myself. But really, it's not funny because it's very intense energy. It's very intense. You got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which is sleeplessness. It's recklessness. It's everything feeling unsafe. Driven to succeed, driven by inner desires. This is, someone who's not just tunnel vision any longer. They're OCD. They don't know anything else but that one thing. There's nothing else. There's only one way to do it. There's only one place to go. There isn't both, and that's the problem, because Libra is both, understanding both, weighing both sides of the coin, weighing both places, weighing, the decision, trying to figure things out, weighing things. And I feel like some of you are in a job just to do it and it is not fulfilling, and either you're financially struggling or you are penny pinching or both, and you have a lot of fears and a lot of negativity regarding finances. There's a lot of fruit flies in here. Sorry. I explained in my other videos, I had these avocado trees that I was growing from seed, that like there's 4 of them actually, and they were really growing big, and they just kept needing more and more water, and like the more water they kept, you know, soaking up, the more fruit flies they were attracting. They became like this little pond. And now I've got all these crazy fruit flies in my apartment, and they need to go away. But I actually had to take the plants out and plant them. So they're actually outside now because I can't have all the fruit flies in my place. It's just driving me crazy. But anyways, aside from my fruit flies, I was saying, distant past. Okay, recent past. Because you have the 3 of Pentacles, which is feeling loved and supported, or supporting someone else. Most likely this is supporting someone else. And I feel like some of you are older, okay? This is an older Libra, okay, that's watching this video. I feel like you're old. You're like an old dog that you can't teach new tricks to. And you're not having any tricks. You're just like, you want the same old. You just want status quo. You'd rather stay in the relationship, even though it's to me, it's a terrible relationship. If you're in a relationship, it's not healthy, okay? You'd rather stay and go because it's the devil you know. Okay, because you have the devil here. The devil you know. Some of you female Libras have been in a relationship to someone with addiction problems. But I do feel like for a lot of you Libras, you have addiction problems as well. So it's not just you. It's you and your partner. You may have struggled with addiction in the past. I feel like it's more male energy that has addiction problems than female energy. I'm picking up that instead. But because it's a foundational thing, I feel like for the males, and I'm not being sexist here, this is just my vibe, okay? For the guys, Libra males, you have an addiction problem of some sort, okay? You have a little bit of OCD, you have a little post-traumatic stress, you may have been, like, growing up, you may have been in abusive situations, you know, your parents may have, abused you, you may have a father figure that abused you. I feel like it's a father figure that was abusive to you. And anything that you do that's changed, it's regarding any kind of change, is a major ordeal for you. It's incredibly stressful for you. Some of you, for females, for the female Libras, I feel like it's a money thing. It's money. It's where you are struggling for money. You're worried and stressed out about money, and you are maybe in a job that's coming to an end, or you're in a job that's, maybe it already came to an end, but you are clinging on to something about this money thing. To me, it's this money thing where you're just like, but I need money. And it's sort of just like a continuous thing. You're just like, but I need that, okay? The problem is that you're so chained to that it's creating problems. It's creating the same, to me, it's the same issue. In a magical kingdom, the devil is the serpent. You know, the devil becomes the serpent. You know, to me, they're the same energy, because the only difference between the devil and the serpent here is the devil has the heart, right? The serpent has the coin. They're both. The devil's like, ha, 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 I have somebody's heart, you know? I've claimed it for my own because I don't have a heart. You know, it's sort of like getting robbed from, you know, someone who's taken something, okay? And the miser is someone who's hanging on to the coin, and they're like, ha, 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 I've got more money than anybody else on this block. I could buy the house, you know, I could buy any house that I want. I could go anywhere, and I have the money. It's power, it's control, it's wanting the money. They're both kind of like, ha, 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 you know? And so, to me, it's the same energy. The history is repeating itself. And part of the problem is you're so fearful. You're so fearful about any kind of change, because you have the 9 of Swords there, and you can see all this negativity all around your head here, all this negative stuff. Worry, fear, doubt, all that stuff. Because you have that, it's leading to more financial issues. What needs to happen is you need to network. You need to talk to people. I feel like that's part of the Libra experience, is to communicate, to be around other people, to have, you know, to be social, to go out. It's hard when you don't have a lot of money to go out, but you need to go out. There needs to be a flow, a healthy flow to your money, whereas the Four of Pentacles is like you're holding on so tight that nothing else can come in. It's literally blocking you. It's blocking you from moving on or moving to, and that will bring more blessings. The problem is in the position of your attitude, there's something going on, I feel like, with your partner, if you're married, where you're unhappy, you're in disagreement, you're arguing, you're not talking. There's this element of emotional unavailability. You may also see the potential to be with someone who really, to me, has major problems. So Libra, you can't save them. But I feel like overall, this is the continuation. This is a story. This is not just like one fight, one argument. No, this is where there's a root to the tooth. Okay, I'm talking about teeth. My dad's a dentist, so there's a root here to the tooth. Okay, and the tooth needs extracting, root and all. Okay, that's what needs happening. I need to go into there. I need to go in there with those little things and, you know, take it out, Libra. That's what needs to happen. Because what's going on here is, to me, this is a relationship that has gone on for too long, where there's too many problems. Okay, way too many problems. You know, maybe in the past you had a little high, you know, you felt, you know, partner was supportive of you, or you were supporting another person, and, you know, you were helping them, but no. The rest of the time, I feel like the relationship has deteriorated to the point where things need to change. Either you need to move, or they need to move, or both of you. For those of you who are single, you literally need to conquer your fears and have more faith. That's what I want to say. You got the Fool too. For how to overcome your worries and your fears, you need to have more faith. You need to believe that everything's going to work out no matter what your decision is. And, you know, you're always going to make the right decision. It's never going to be the wrong decision. It never will be. Because the thing that Libra forgets, see, Libra is an air sign, and they're supposed to think farther in the future, but they don't. The way it works is, say you decide, okay, you're going to take the bus instead of the train. Well, say you take the bus and the bus breaks down and you're late to getting to work. You might have actually sat on that bus and actually met the person of your dreams, and traded numbers and everything while you're waiting for the bus to get fixed, or waiting for another bus to come pick you up, okay? And if you had taken the train, you know, then you would have gotten to work, but you wouldn't have met your Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, okay? So that's the way the universe works. So there is no mistakes. And even if, like, say you didn't meet, say something great didn't happen, but you were late to work taking the bus, then you change your routine to work, and you routinely, you know, start to get to work, you know, you start to leave 15 minutes earlier, and you always take the train rather than taking the bus, you know, to skip that problem, to solve that problem. Part of being an air sign is problem solving. And so you learn from that experience, and you move on from it. It's not like you can look back and say, well, you didn't know that the bus was going to be late. You really just didn't know. But in the future, you can make changes, and that's what learning is all about. That's what growth is all about. It's not about coming in and having a perfect experience and then dying. No, it's coming in and experiencing things that, when you know, buses break down, trains also, you know, break down, cars break down, you know, travel plans go awry. The thing is, Libras need to keep moving because they're an air sign. They need to keep travel. They need to move. They need to grow. They need to change. They need to keep having different experiences. If you stay stuck in the same gridlock of the status quo, your blessings are all blocked. Eventually, life shuts down and all the lights start turning off, okay? The universe is like, you need to move. You need to make the decision to move. I feel like for work, I feel like you're going to move. Some of you are going to move for work. That's what I feel like you're going to do. Some of you just are maybe trying to find a job, And I feel like you're going to end up moving for the job or moving later in time. It may not be both at the same time, but for some of you, it's the same, both at the same time. I feel like some of you, it's relationship oriented, and some of you, it's more career oriented. It can really go either way here, or it's, for some of you, it's actually both. But because you're blocked in 5 key places, I'm going to tell you that you need to make some changes, or else the lights will start turning off for you, in the sense where things will just become really, really, really sucky. Okay? Really sucky, really bad. There won't be, so I want to say there won't be any money. And when there's no money, you know, the universe is saying to you, something needs to change. You need to move into a different apartment. You need to move away. You need to, you know, go where the money is, basically. And when there's no money, it's also making you figure out, okay, what can I do differently in my life? What am I supposed to be studying? What am I supposed to be learning? What am I supposed to be doing? You know, it makes you think about all those things. Whereas if when you have money, you can stay in the status quo all day and all night and not grow. You can just sit there and rot, you know. But that's not what the universe wants for you. The universe wants you to grow. So in some way, come hell or high water in April, you're going to be growing, because there's not going to be any money. To me, this is a very dry spell. Okay, this is very dry. Okay, this is money. Money's a desert here. And you know, at the end of April, should you, I want to say, move on from this person who's emotionally unavailable, then you will be lifted out of hardship. Okay? Some of you literally just need to move on from somebody who's literally blocking your blessings. There's temptation problems, there's alcohol problems, there's money problems, there's, you know, bad negativity, you know, it's to me, this is a negative person. You know, some of you are involved with a really negative person. You're married to a really negative person. This is a person who you may have like rushed into a relationship with them. You know, things may have happened too fast. You may have like really not thought it through. And then later, you know, this is where you realize, you know, all the cracks start to show. And it's a really negative person. It's just really, really negative. And I feel like you're going to get to a point where you're not talking to them, or they either cut you off or you cut them off, one or the other. And you know, there's a separation. I feel like it's going to lead to separation. It needs to lead to separation. You need to separate. If you're in a relationship, you need to make the decision to move on. You need to move away from them. They need to move away from you. You need to separate. That's, to me, it's a separation. And whether it's a job separation where you literally may have lost a job, or you, you know, or you need to separate from, you know, negative people in your life, whether it's a relative, whether it's a friend, whether it's, romantic partner, it doesn't matter. There needs to be a separation from the negativity, because if whoever's in your life that is that negative, it is pulling you down. It is blocking your blessings. Okay. You are blocked in 5 key places. To me, there is like nothing's moving. It's stagnant. It's old. It's stale. Okay. I just feel it's so negative that you need to rethink everything, rethink it all, and say, okay, what's in my life? Take a look at it and say, what's in my life that's negative? Who in my life is negative? Who in my life is causing me stress? Who in my life is causing this continual, and I feel like you know who it is, continual battle to continue? It's an ongoing battle. To me, this is love is a battlefield. This is a battlefield. This is not healthy. You know, if you're in a relationship, it's not healthy. If you are single, you are at a place where you need to change. This is why the universe is sending you some hardship, because you need to change whatever you've done in the past. You need to do it differently. Okay. You know, if you've always had the same parking spot, you need to park someplace different. You know, if you've always lived in the same house, it's time to move. Okay, if you've been doing the same job over and over and over and over and over, it's time to get a different job. Okay, in a different field. Okay, doing something different. So if you've always been a fisherman, you know, now it's time to go and become a gardener. Okay, plant flowers for the thing. If you've always been, say, an astronaut, you know, maybe it's time to become a restaurant owner, you know, or do something that you never tried before. The thing about Libra is Libras are inventive, they're quirky, they're smart. They communicate so well. Anything in communications, do, okay? But this is the switch. This is where, you know, when I say the lights are shutting down, it's almost like if your life was a house that had lights. One after another, you've been in, sorry, there's fruit flies in here. You've been in the house and the lights are on, but over time, each light has gone off. One light after another. You've closed down opportunities. You've said, no, I will not do that. No, I don't want to do that. No, because I have so much worry and fear and doubt that I'm going to be unsuccessful. So you're like, no, no, no. Whatever you've said no to, it's time to say yes. Okay? Whatever you've shut off, whatever you've shut down, it's time to say yes. Yes, I'm going to go do that. Yes. Be that yes person. And you know what? We need to read that book by Bethany Frankel. I think it's called The Place of Yes. It's an amazing book. I can't even tell you. I feel like she's an incredibly, really, really smart human being, and an amazing woman. So you need to read that book because it's going to change it's going to change your perspective. And so as you sort of have said no to each opportunity and things, the universe has said, okay, there's nothing that she's going to say yes to, or there's nothing he's going to say yes to. So they stop sending you opportunities, and all of your money starts to dry up. All of your reserve, all of your savings starts to dry up and dry up and dry up and dry up. Suddenly there's big expenses. Suddenly you have nothing left, and you're like, why is it this way? Why have I come to this point where I can't continue? Well, because you've said no to everything. You've shut the world out. You've said no to life. You've decided you don't want to change anything, or you can't decide to change one thing, therefore nothing should change. So therefore, to me, your whole life has become this gridlock pattern of same schedule, same everything. And the universe does not put up with that. And so as each light and each opportunity goes out, until you start saying yes to things, the universe will continue to basically have you stay in that place of hardship until you actually ask for help, until you actually say, okay, yes, universe, I'm going to go do that, or I'm going to make the decision, go do something. The universe will continue to just keep you basically in this dark room. It's a dark house with no opportunities and no prospects and nothing. And you can't be homeless forever, you know? I mean, if you want to be, if that's how low you want to go, and some people don't really care, some people will be like, well, I don't mind being homeless, I don't really care. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you should care, you know? Because you have more life to live and you have more to offer. Libras have so much to offer. Every Libra that I've ever met is a beautiful human being. Beautiful in so many different ways. And you may, again, suffer from post-traumatic stress. You may suffer from OCD. These things are keeping you locked in place. So you need to get help for those things. I definitely feel like that's important. But for the rest of you who don't have those issues, I feel like, you know, it's a relationship that needs to go bye-bye, and it's needed to go bye-bye for like 100 years. It's a job, you know, your well of reserves has dried up, and you just start saying yes to job offers. The Libra is the person that can pretty much get any job they want. Any job. I mean, they just need to try. And the thing is the problem is Libras don't know what they want, so they say no to a lot of different opportunities when they really should just say yes to something and see how it goes. And if they don't like it, then they can leave. But I do feel like this is there's some karmic elements here. And again, you are very, very stuck. And you need to make some decisions in life in order to become unstuck. And I can't tell you what those decisions are, but I can tell you, you know, go back in the last, say, month or two and figure out, okay, what was it that you said no to? Write it down. Those are the things you need to say yes to. And you're going, well, but, and I'm saying no, you need to say yes to those things. At least some of you do. And try different things and kind of go from there. So, I'm going to leave off on that note. Let me know what you guys think of this video. This is kind of an interesting video because, you know, Libra hasn't had a video like this for some time. And it's very challenging, but you're going to get past all these things. You can overcome these blocks. And I'm telling you, this is how you do it. And you should watch some videos. You should read. There's a book that my friend gave me that I recommend to everyone called A Little Light on the Spiritual Laws by Diana Cooper. It's a great book. And then also you should read about, you know, basically the law of prosperity, and how money works. Because I don't necessarily feel like you understand how money works, how the universe works. And I think if you did, then you would say yes to more things and be open to more things. And your finances would improve. There would be financial improvements there. So for those of you who are struggling financially, it's just you need to make a better decision. And when you're going through a hard time, like I feel like it's a really hard time financially for you, that's the universe's way of pushing you and saying you need to do something different. That's all. So I will say goodbye for now. I'll be back again for your May videos. I'm going to try to do the mid-Aprils, but I may not get to them. So stay tuned for more videos. Definitely follow me on Twitter at Oracle Daphne, and I will talk to you guys again soon. I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I wish you guys all the best. Okay, take care. Bye.